Alright everybody, here's the next model. As you can tell, it is something completely different than what I normally build. This is a M41 Walker Bulldog. This was produced by Cadillac between 1950 and 1954. The tank had a crew of 4. There was a commander, a gunner, loader, and the driver. In real life, let's see, the tank would have had a profile of under 9 feet, and this was 19 feet long. It was a lightweight tank at, yes, lightweight would be considered 23.5 tons. This tank, it first saw use in Korea. It was a very limited combat run in Korea, and its first major conflict was the Vietnam War. There are a few countries today that still use this tank, and those countries are Guatemala, Somalia, Taiwan, Uruguay, and Vietnam, albeit some of the tanks are modified for more modern use. There were pros and cons to this tank. Was it extremely agile? Let's go over the pros. It was extremely agile. It had a top speed of 72 kilometers an hour. A fast turret transverse, which is about 30.6 degrees a second of the turret rotating. Had a fast reload rate. Had a respectable firepower when loaded with armor-piercing bullets. The armor-piercing bullets did have a high muzzle velocity and was easy to hit targets at longer ranges. A good flanker, but if you lost your momentum, you were dead. Had good suspension and could drive away from steep downhills and jumps, and also had a 50 caliber anti-aircraft machine gun with good coverage. Its cons, however, it had a low torque. Without downhill, you won't reach speeds higher than 50 kilometers an hour. It had thin armor. Even self-propelled anti-aircraft tanks could take you out if given the opportunity. Had a really bad engine, which was its biggest weakness, made it a bad scouting unit. Ammo storage was in the front next to the driver. And again, the armor-piercing shot causes only punctual damage if you aim carefully. No explosive filler on any AP shells, and it was quite tall for a light tank. Now, as of my build on here, I decided to go, add little details here and there, as you can tell. The turret cover is this little trick you can use with tissue paper. It's like toilet paper is what this is. It is 1 part water, 1 part white glue, and you kind of mix it together, and you basically brush the toilet paper on there and give it 24 hours, and it will harden. This little detail here, let me give just a second here. On the front, I decided to hold these crates and other supplies with a makeshift tree branch. So using a tree branch as a shelf of some sort. I said there's a little helmet. I said to use spares, not spares, but detail set for it, you could say. There's another, a helmet. There's the commander's pistol. This cable wire here, the one that came with the kit, was, in my opinion, just a little too thick. So what I used here was a guitar string. That's what that is. Here's, once again, I set it on the exhaust to use a little bit of, pastel chalks and a little bit of rusting technique on there. And just to get a little bit more realism. Again, there's some rope holding on more equipment, and I am by no means an armor builder, but I don't know. I guess I like the way this one came out. Here's a little up close, if I can get it, of the tracks. And the interior, not the interior, but the close up of the details. There's the before mentioned 50 caliber. Said some antennas, and yes, the antennas do move. This one is from the Vietnam era, not the Korean War. There's spare track, fuel tanks, knapsacks, sleeping bags, armor boxes. And this is pretty much about it for this M41 Walker Bulldog. Also known, or I guess you could say technically a 1950 to 54 Cadillac. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and that will be it for now. All right, thank you very much. Happy modeling.